other videos, we had shown how the MATHRACK 20 can be used for addition with whole numbers and their basic facts. I want to spend a moment showing you how you can also do subtraction. Kids often struggle with subtraction as the takeaway model because they have to kind of count backwards. So if we're doing 15 minus 9, kids have to think in their mind, I've got my 15, I take away 9, and so they sit there and count backwards down 9. It takes forever and it's very error prone for kids. So instead we want to move them quickly into strategies. And Common Core State Standards specifically state some of those strategies, and I'm going to talk about how we can model those strategies using the MATHRACK 20. So if we're doing 15 and taking away 9, there's a few ways that we can view that problem. So if I've got 15, and kids will quickly grab 15 because we've done a lot of work building how the MATHRACK works, so they grab the 10 and the 5 and they know that that's 15. So to do 15 take away 9, some kids think of that as takeaway. I need to take away 9. Well, if I had to take away 9, that would be so much easier if I could just take away all 10 of these. But really, I was only supposed to take away 9, so I've got to give one of those back because I took away one more than I was supposed to. Then they can quickly see I've got my 5 here still and one extra, which makes 6. Another popular way that kids think about subtraction is trying to get to a friendly number. So if I'm doing 15 and I need to take away 9, I can take away 9 all individually, but instead we want them to start taking away chunks that will get them to friendly numbers. So if I have 15, the next friendly number is to drop down to a 10, and they quickly can see here that I take away 5 would get me to 10, but I really need to take away 9, so I've got to take away 4 more, which means I'm taking away all 9, and I can move those over, and that leaves me with my 6. And they know that's 6 because they know the 5 reds and 1 extra white. So one last way that kids can think about subtraction is not as takeaway at all. A lot of what we try to get kids to realize is that subtraction and addition are really related. That 15 minus 9 means, kind of in our mind, what plus 9 could get me to 15. So kind of thinking of it as the distance from 9 to 15. So one of those ways is, instead of starting at the 15, is to start at the 9. And how much do I need to add to it to get me to the 15? So they'll add 1 to get them to the 10, and then they add their extra 5, and they can see right there they add 6 to get me to a 15. If you want to learn more about how to use the MATHRACK 20 to help with subtraction and addition and lots of other things that we need to help teach for Common Core State Standards, check out the book, Mastering the MATHRACK.